What's up, you guys? It's James from James Reptiles. This is going to be just a little update video. It's coming out on Christmas Eve. Um, Not a whole lot really going. Like some stuff, yeah, some stuff not. Lots of stuff in the work. Lots of stuff's in the works right now. You guys know I just got those guppies. I got 1.3. When you say like 1.3 or 1.2 or like something like that, the first number is the boy, and it's point, and whatever the other ones are is the girls. And if you see a third or a second point and a third number, that's unknown gender. So when you're talking like breeding stock, buying and selling breeding stock, if I have 2 males and 3 girls, you say 2.3 or something like that. You know, something to that degree. But I got those. They're in that tank with those 2 clown plecos. Hopefully the clown plecos don't get too big and try to eat them. If they do, I'll end up moving them to the other tank. But I got some stuff. Well, first off, I got a little Hikari First Bites Hikari. I've used their fish foods in the past, and they make leopard gecko and crested gecko foods. They're alright. In fish foods, I love them. In reptile foods, it's like twice as expensive as the regular stuff. But what have you. So I also got some more sponge. This I'm basically gonna put over my intakes on the Fluval Flex. If you haven't seen what the intakes look like, the whole back is like basically a built-in sump where you can put the heater and all that jazz. So water flows out the top. It has 2 nozzles at the top, and it flows out, and you can point them wherever you want. And on the other side of the back, there's an intake at the bottom and an intake at the top. And basically, the intake at the bottom I have covered with gravel, so hopefully babies, if they're born, when they're born, they don't slide through there and get sucked up and die in the filter. That'd be really bad, okay? But the top, I have nothing I can really do about the top. Well, I have stuff I can do. I can't put gravel at the top. So what the plan is I'm gonna take some zip ties, and I'm gonna zip tie this foam either over the intake, or I'm going to take the intake off and just replace it with this foam, and just, you know, zip tie or whatever I have to do, just to prevent babies from getting sucked up. And any extra foam is just going to go shoved in the back, so it can create beneficial bacteria and keep the water really clean. But this will probably go in the bathroom tank. All those little particles you see in the fish tank, a lot of that is actually really good for the fish, like little guppies and little baby fish. It's good for them to eat. It's protein. It's all sorts of other, you know, nutrients. But in my show tank, my little community tank in my bathroom, all those particles basically just make it look bad. I don't have any baby fish that are really going to eat it. I'm sure the bottom feeders might eat a little bit, but this is basically just going to help clear out the water, and it'll also create beneficial bacteria, and it's just keep my water crystal clear, and hopefully it works really well. I've never actually used it before. So anyway, more about fish tanks, because I know you guys love fish tanks. I love fish tanks. I've definitely decided I'm going to get some of those blue Moscows. I want to see what other strains they're able to get, and I'm definitely going to ask them to get me the best of the best. I tend not to settle with animals. If anyone's noticed, you know, I buy really expensive animals. I tend not to settle, and guppies in general are cheap. You know, blue Moscows, you know, $12 for a guppy, if that's what it ends up being. It's expensive for a guppy, but in general it's cheap, and that's where it's able to be. It makes sense in that case. So I'd be down to get a couple. I'd probably just get 1 pair. I'm not really sure. You know, if I got 2 pairs and I sold the other male for like $5-10, I could have a second female, but I've got these females. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I'll probably end up getting a pair. You know, I'll see if they can get me A quality, grade A grade, whatever, because they rank them based on finish and spine and color and all that good stuff. So I'll try to get the best I can. I moved 2 geckos into bigger enclosures because I sold 2 that were on Morph Market, and I have 2 that are in bigger enclosures now. And right after Christmas, when everything settles back down, probably that weekend, I will put some more on Morph Market. I've got 2 or 3 more I want to add. I took 2 off. I put 3 up, and we'll just keep going like that or something. Coming up Sunday, I will most likely be going to San Francisco to catch some salamanders and to look at some salamanders. I've never seen them in the wild. I got a buddy who's lived in California his whole life. He grew up in the Bay. A little older now, but he knows the spots. He grew up going to East Bay Vivarium. I love that place. So we're gonna go catch some salamanders. We'll get a group of coworkers together. We'll go do that, and I'll film it all for you. And we'll hit up East Bay Vivarium and we'll check it out. Awesome place, awesome people, very knowledgeable. Tomorrow, after work, we're driving an hour west to Vacaville to visit my girlfriend's parents. We're spending the night there. Waking up on Christmas morning, it's going to be brutal. I think we're leaving here around 6, and we're not getting, and then there's going to be traffic, so, and we got to eat, we got to stop and eat somewhere. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to record 2 videos tonight. I doubt it. If I don't, then you won't see one Christmas morning, but if I do, you'll see one Christmas morning. It's kind of, I'll probably end up skipping that one because it's Christmas morning. Just because I know no one's going to watch it, but that's fine. What else is going on? Leopard geckos. I raised them up from 71 to 72 just to kind of like, hey, it's going to start getting warmer. And then when we come back Christmas evening, I'm going to crank them up to, I think, 74. And then after that, I'll probably crank them up to 80 and then 85, 90. And we'll see what we get from there. And once they're all heated up, and give them a couple days, like a day or 2, and I'll start feeding again. I'll start giving them those super worms. I'll start offering them crickets. There's a couple that I really want to just fatten up. There's one bell female. She's not going to be breeding this year for sure, if ever. But if I can fatten her up right now and just get her to a nice steady weight and have her stay there, then I think she'll definitely sell for me. And if I can get my Black Knight a little bit bigger in breeding size, that would be perfect. All my coral snakes are still asleep. Not asleep, but they're in brumation. And that's about it. That's all that's going on. We have that show in February. I have to figure that out. I have to add the address to my seller's permit, so I'm able to vend that show. Then I have to get in contact with the guys putting the show on, and I have to reserve a table. I have to reserve 3 tables and tell them I'm going to be with Armando and another guy. And yeah, that's basically all that's going on. Hopefully you guys stay tuned and see some of that stuff come to fruition. Enjoy your Christmas break. Spend it wisely, eat good food, enjoy company. I'm James from James Reptiles. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that really helps out the channel. And hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, jamesreptiles@gmail.com. If you have any questions, if you want to see pictures of my animals, if you're excited for blue Moscow guppies, I know I am. And I'll catch you guys next time.